good story called Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs. All right. You may know this story as the Goldilocks and Three Bears, but Mo Willems came up with a lot of different ideas before he settled on revising the story like so. Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs. Mo Willems writes all the great books about the pigeon, and we can't let him drive the bus, and he also writes the books about Elephant and Piggy, and we love his story, so let's check this one out today. Once upon a time, there were three dinosaurs. There was a papa dinosaur and a mama dinosaur, and some other dinosaur who just happened to be visiting from Norway. Now, one day, for no particular reason, the three dinosaurs made up their beds, positioned their chairs just so, and cooked 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding at varying temperatures.
Oh boy, said the papa dinosaur in his loud, booming voice. It's finally time to leave and go to someplace else.
Yes, continued Mama Dinosaur. I sure hope no innocent little succulent child happens by our unlocked home while we are someplace else.
Ha ha ha!
The other dinosaur made a loud noise that sounded like a big evil laugh, but it was probably just a polite Norwegian expression. The three dinosaurs went someplace else and were definitely not hiding in the woods, waiting for an unsuspecting kid to come along. Now, sure enough, 5 minutes later, a poorly supervised little girl named Goldilocks came traipsing along. Just then, the forest boomed with what could have been a dinosaur yelling, "Gotcha!" But I'm pretty sure it was just the wind. The loud noise was immediately followed by another loud noise that sounded kind of like, "Be patient, Papa Dinosaur. The trap is not yet sprung." Bah, that could have been a rock falling or a squirrel. Either way, Goldilocks was not the type of little girl who listened to anyone or anything. And for example, Goldilocks never listened to warnings about the dangers of barging into strange, enormous houses. So as soon as Goldilocks came across a strange, enormous house, she barged right in. Inside, Goldilocks immediately smelled the 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding. Said Goldilocks, that chocolate pudding smells delicious. If only I could get all the way up to the top of that counter. Then Goldilocks noticed a very tall ladder that just happened to be there, and it certainly wasn't left there on purpose. Goldilocks climbed up the ladder and found herself face to face
with 3 gigantic bowls of chocolate pudding.
The first bowl of chocolate pudding was too hot, but hey, Goldilocks ate it all anyway because it's chocolate pudding, right? The second bowl of chocolate pudding was too cold, but who cares about temperature when you've got a big bowl of chocolate pudding? Not her. And the third bowl of chocolate pudding was just right, but Goldilocks was on such a roll by now she hardly noticed. Soon Goldilocks was stuffed like one of those delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons, which, by the way, totally not the favorite things in the whole wide world for hungry dinosaurs. Tired and groggy, Goldilocks noticed 3 chairs in the living room. So Goldilocks climbed down the ladder. She walked out of the kitchen, and the first chair was too tall. The second chair was too tall. But the third chair was too tall. Goldilocks wasn't going to climb that high just to sit in some chair. She hiked over to the bedroom. When she got there, Goldilocks noticed the beds were also gigantically large. "Ooh, what is going on around here?" groaned the exhausted girls. "The bears that live here must be nuts." And just then, the room filled with a loud, booming noise that either could have been a passing truck or a dinosaur gloating.
A few more minutes and she'll be asleep. Delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons are yummier when they're rested.
And even a little girl who never listens to anyone or anything had to hear that. So Goldilocks took a minute to stop and think, which was longer than she was used to stopping and thinking. And she told herself, "Hey, this isn't some bear's house. This is some dinosaur's house." And you say what you like about Goldilocks, but she was no fool. And as quickly as she could, she ran to the back door and she got out of there. Just then the loud plane flew by, which sounded pretty much like 3 dinosaurs yelling, "Now!" or "Charge!" or the Norwegian expression for "Chewy Bon Bon time." But suddenly and completely coincidentally, the 3 dinosaurs rushed through the front door, but they were too late. Goldilocks was gone, and all that was left in the house were 3 disappointed dinosaurs. The end. And the moral of the story is, if you ever find yourself in the wrong story, leave. And the moral for dinosaurs is lock the back door. Thank you so much for listening.